Hey, good people. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Baldhead Hierophant here. Thanks for visiting. If this is your first time, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. I appreciate your energy, your time, your attention, okay? All of that is most definitely appreciated, and I give you so much thanks for that, okay? So I'm coming on quickly, just have some things that I want to talk about. I believe that the things that I do discuss may not help everybody, but I believe that they are put on my heart to discuss for particular people, whoever finds it, whoever comes to my channel, whether you are coming from my Instagram or you're new because you've it's been shown down your YouTube news feed. Either way, however you end up here with me, you're supposed to be here, okay? So sit with me, hear me out, hear what I have to say, and I would appreciate your subscribe, your like, and even your comment, because I am very open to other people's point of views. I'm very open to what you feel like, you know, just in response. I love dialogue, so if you want to converse, I would absolutely appreciate that. I do respond in my comment section, so I would appreciate it if you chose to comment, okay? Because I'm definitely going to read it and I'm definitely going to respond, okay? So one of the first things that I want to talk about is this Cancer moon energy. We are moving through new moon in Cancer energy. And for those of us who, I don't want to say do the work, that is so cliche. Everybody says that. For those, but it's really the truth. For those of us who do the work, meaning you're constantly healing, you're constantly loving, you're constantly nurturing thyself, then this Cancer moon energy is absolutely yummy. It's delicious. It's gorgeous. It's magnificent. You feel very safe, very secure in your mind, your body, your spirit, okay? And even in your soul, you just have this very secured feeling. But on the flip side, if you have not been taking care of yourself, okay, or you're dealing with things from your childhood, or you're dealing with things that causes a fog in your intuition, okay, or you're dealing with anything that removes you from feeling nurtured and secure, then this is probably not a good time for you. And I send you so much love, so much comfort, so much understanding, and so much clarity, okay? So the reason why it could be a little fluctuation right now for everybody, depending on where you're at, okay, on that spectrum, is because the new moon in Cancer is, it's bubbling up things, okay, for everybody. And it wants you to fix it, okay? It's giving you an opportunity to say, hey, this needs to be worked on. That's not quite up to par. This thing right here could still need a little work on. And all of it is pertaining to you. All of it is pertaining to you. Cancer energy is that mother energy. It is the energy that resides in all of us. We all have a very motherly, crone, feminine energy, just like we all have a very sage, masculine energy that resides in us. Now, where we pull from is totally up to us, okay? It is my hopes that everybody is balanced in that energy, and you pull from it, okay, as needed, or it's called to the front, or it comes to the front as needed, okay? But new moon in Cancer is most definitely going to be, sorry you guys, got a candle over here that's blowing. Okay. All right. But new moon in Cancer is most definitely going to talk about the home. The home, your parenting, your children, your mother, okay? So it could be very testy for quite a few people right now. A lot of people don't have good relationships with their parents or with their mom, more so mom, because this is going to affect the relationship, or not going to affect, but it's going to bring to the front issues with the mother type energy, okay, whether it's within yourself or whether it's with your own mom, okay? Be it she here or be it she transitioned. Either way, that wound, that mother wound, WOUND, if there is one, will be triggered, okay? Because it's asking to be fixed, okay? It's asking to be fixed. When things are triggered in us, it's an indication that it's not fixed. It's not over, but it wants to come up so it can come out, because there's probably some things that are wanting to manifest into your life, okay, that cannot, because that mother wound is very heavy, okay? That mother wound is very heavy. And again, this could be issues that you had with your own mom or your own issues with your own parenting, okay? Now, of course, if we are doing the work, if we are acknowledging our traumas and our dramas, whether it's our own stuff or stuff that was put on to us, either way, if it's acknowledged and it is gently worked on, because we always have to be gentle with ourselves, okay? No matter what, even if we are the aggressor or, or the initiator, no matter what, like I say, spectrum you are on in any area of your life, you still have to be gentle with yourself, and you walk yourself one step at a time to your healing and through your healing, okay? Forgiving yourself takes a lot of work, okay? It takes a lot of work, and a lot of people are having to go through that, and that's what you're feeling during this new moon pool if you are having a very uneasy, untethered type of feeling rolling through you, okay? There are some of us that are feeling very mighty and matchless, okay? Because our parenting skills or parenting is very solidified, okay? Or if you had issues with your mom, that's been fixed, and that it's been foundated and restructured, and now it's healthy, okay? So that's mighty and matchless. So, and you're feeling that, okay? So if you're feeling very proud, okay, and very nurturing, and you feel full and satisfied, and your cuppeth runneth over, that means you've been doing the work, okay? That means you've been doing the work, and you have picked away at that wound, you've chiseled away at that wound one step at a time, and that is the name of the game, okay? That's the name of the game. Nothing can be done overnight. Nothing can be undone overnight. Everything takes time, and it takes dedication, and it takes diligence, okay? And you see the results. You reap the results each step you make, okay? It's not an instant gratification, but it is consistent gratification, because the universe says, you take a step, I'll take a step. You take a step, I take a step. So you have to be willing to do the work. You have to be willing to propel yourself toward greatness and toward your highest and greatest vibration, okay? So again, just wanted to talk about that a little bit, because I think it was yesterday, I think the initial new moon in Cancer kicked in yesterday, but we'll be able to feel that wave probably clean on into the first, okay? Even though it will no longer be, the new moon will no longer be in Cancer. By then it will probably have escalated into Leo, okay? But and possibly even Virgo. I just haven't taken a look at the cycle, okay, of where the moon is, how many days it's going to stay in Cancer, and then into Leo, then into Virgo, okay? Because it doesn't take long. I think the moon changes every 2 days sometimes, okay? Something like that. Don't quote me. But anyway, nevertheless, right now, today, we're still in new moon in Cancer energy. And again, I'm just wishing everyone loads and loads and loads of love, okay? So I am going to do a reading in just a few to possibly help unpack something. We never know what these readings are going to say, okay? So of course it'll be contingent upon what the cards say, but I do want to do a reading for whomever it is for, okay? And one more thing I would like to discuss is making sure that you are really taking your talismans and your amulets very seriously right now, okay? Because of the turbulence in the vibration, the turbulence in the frequency, so much stuff is just being you know, bzzz out every day. And it's coming from so many directions. It feels like we're being attacked from the north, the south, the east, the west, vibrationally. And for some people, even physically, okay? It is imperative that you have your tools on deck with you, you guys, okay? If you are a crystal wearer, if you are a talisman wearer, if you are a sigil drawer, if you are a mojo bag maker wearer, all of these oils, okay? Please don't leave home without your protection gear, okay? It is most imperative that now more than ever that you protect yourself and connect yourself before you leave out of your home from head to toe. Okay, now I'm a big believer of Psalms, okay? So most of the time, okay, when I leave my home, before I leave, I'm going to anoint my head with my oils. You know, I make a lot of oils. Well, you all don't know. I may load this up on Instagram, so I say that's why you know, because they know. YouTube, you don't quite know everything that I do because I'm just now coming on regularly to speak with you guys. But I'll anoint my head with oil. And I will say my Psalms over myself, okay? And I'm always wearing something, okay? Sometimes it's a lot, and then sometimes it's one or two things, okay? But I never leave home without my protection gear. Once you step out of your home, okay, you are in a jungle. You are in a spiritual jungle, okay? And you are able to be... Things can attach themselves to you, okay? Depending on where your vibration is, where your aura is, okay? As soon as you step outside, you're only safe in your home. And that's only for some of us, because some of oh, and that's another thing that this Cancer moon will do too. It will make you clean house, because if there's people, places, things, cycles, and phases and habits going on in your home that are not conducive to being nurturing and caring and loving, oh, that's going to fizz up. And it could be a lot of arguments going on right now. It could be a lot of chaos going on in your home if your home isn't full of love and care, okay? That's one thing Cancer moon is not going to tolerate, is a unloving, hellish, chaotic home. So if you have that kind of home going on and it seems like it has leveled up, if it feels like it has turned into an all-out little Chirac, it's probably because you have some things, some people, some energies in there that are just not conducive to love. And there are some things that you can do and should do. Now, the question is, are you going to do it? Okay. So anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. The very minute you leave your home, you're only protected and you're only safe and you're only in control of the energies and vibrations in your home. Give it that you're not who I just said all of that other stuff about. If you have a very healthy, happy, stable home vibrationally and energetically, then like I said, you're only amongst that kind of energy while you're there. But once you step outside of that home of yours, it's free range, because everything lives out there. Everything else lives outside of your home. So you have to protect yourself. And you have to, the same way you don't forget to put your shoes on and grab your keys or grab your purse or grab your wallet, if nothing else, because you're about to go out the door. That's the same way you have to be that deliberate in making sure you have your talismans with you, okay? I talk to people regularly who say they go here, go there, they saw something that dropped their energy, or they went into a place, they went to the mall and it drained their energy, or they, you know, maybe had a little road rage that, you know, put them in a very, you know, anxiety, anxious type of mood. I mean, it's so many things out there. And the way to combat them is to make sure that you have on your stuff, your protective gear, okay? I am a big fan of black tourmaline or obsidian and rose quartz. I like them together because one promotes love and one promotes protection. And that is what you need when you go out there. Now, I love rhodonite. I have a lot of rhodonite. It's black and pink together. It's not rose quartz. And, well, you know what? Now that I think about it, well, I know that the crystal in rhodonite is not rose quartz. I do believe it is some quartz mixed in with, well, don't give me the line. I just know that rhodonite is black and pink. Okay, it's black and, matter of fact, here's one of my bigger ones. And I don't know if you guys can see it. Okay, see how the black and pink just meshes well, very, very well. And the veins, you can see little bits of crystal. Don't know if you guys can see it. No, my lighting is not as good as it could be, but it's little bits of crystals that you can see all through this. But anyway, if you don't have rose quartz or black tourmaline or obsidian, then just get a rhodonite stone, because rhodonite promotes the same thing that pink quartz and black tourmaline or obsidian promotes. It's protection and love, okay? It's the vibration of protection and love together, infused together. So again, if you don't have rose quartz separately and or black tourmaline or obsidian separately, then just purchase a rhodonite stone, charge it, okay, activate it, and let that be the stone. If you don't want multiple stones, let that be the one stone that you carry. And again, that's rhodonite. I believe that's RHODONITE, rhodonite. So Google it, research it, look it up, and make sure it's a good fit for you if you choose to follow through with that suggestion. But nevertheless, you have to make sure that you are well protected. Oils, you know, I know everybody's not a big oil person. Some people are even allergic to oil, so they can't always wear that. But oils are another great way to cover your whole body, especially if you make your own oils. You know the intention that you put in to the oils that you make, okay? Or if you purchase an oil, okay? Make sure that you ask the creator of the oil, if you have access to the person who made the oil, is this a full body protection oil? Because some oils are just good for your magical tools. Some oils are just good for candle dressing. Some oils are just made for certain things. So there's full body protection oils, and then there's oils that are just very specific to certain things. I make myself all of those oils, everything above, but I also make a full body oil, okay? Because I want to make sure that all of my being, okay, is protected. Because y'all, I'm telling you, it is a lot of stuff going on. Things that some of you know, because I'm sure I'm not the only one that's deep into esotericism and the occult and all of that. I pay attention to everything, and I'm very aware. I'm very observant. So I see things unfold and I say, oh, I know what that is, but I'm never bothered. I witness a lot of stuff, but I am, you know, I'm never harmed by it, okay? Because I know the work that I put in to make sure that there is a protection, a barrier of protection all around me and those that I love on a regular basis, okay? Nevertheless, it does not stop you from seeing it, okay? Witnessing things, you will still see. Even if you're not physically touched by those things, you will still see it, and you will see some things that'll make you go, okay? So just beware of that, you guys. But yes, your talismans, your amulets, your mojo bags, if you're not already into making that kind of stuff, if you're not already into that type of stuff, I do suggest that you get into it. Get into it. It's necessary. It is a necessity. Okay? I try not to be very adamant about or very matter of fact about a lot of stuff, because I like to leave room for people to think and feel and do what they feel. Okay? But this is one thing I'm not willing to bend on, you guys. You have to take your protection way more serious than you normally do. Treat it the same way you treat your health, but some of y'all ain't even taking care of your health. But I ain't here to fuss. I ain't here to fuss, so I'm not gonna go there. But let's just say that everybody's taking their health serious. That's how serious you need to take protection, okay? To protect your body, your physical body and your auric body, okay? So if you have any questions about different oils that I recommend, I may just go ahead and drop them down in the comment section anyway. But if I don't mention something that you want or have a question about, just ask me and I'll respond, okay? You see, I have my evil eye amulet here, okay? And then I have my evil eye bracelets, okay? I keep, okay, my bracelets on me, and then I even have a couple of tattoos that are representative of protection, okay, from things seen and unseen, known and unknown, because I don't play about that, okay? So without further ado, I do want to go ahead and get this reading going so I can give you guys some very beautiful and divine channelings, okay? And I think I'm going to use my mermaid deck just to represent Cancer season. Cancer season is a water sign, so I like to try to use a deck that is representative of the element we're in, okay? Don't sleep on them elements, y'all. Make sure that you always show gratitude, okay, to the water, the fire, the air, and earth, okay? Always, always, always. My next video that I'll be doing will be about deity altars, so just make sure you stay tuned for that. I'm not sure if I'll be able to come back on today to upload that, but that is the very next video that you can most definitely count on for sure. I believe it's important right now because we are, I think people are moving more into their independent spirituality, and altars are, which they're not new to me, sorry, but to people who are just now starting their journey, they may now just be tapping into the desire of wanting a deity altar, okay? So I just like to give my 2 cents, okay, my expertise on those, because if you watched the ancestor altar video, I mentioned on there that I have several altars, ancestor altar being one. I have a goddess altar, and I have a few deity altars, okay? So I just like to, I like people to have proper information and proper resources, okay? I try not to shun anybody about what they do and how they do what they do, but I do get concerned when I hear them say that they constructed something based off of what somebody else that may not be as tapped in, tuned in, turned on, and connected spiritually, what that kind of person may have referred them to or recommended to them, or something that they found on Google. You know, I get a little concerned. I get a little worried. So, you know, sometimes my big mouth will just be like, okay, I don't know, you might want to, that, you know. And then sometimes I'm like, no, shut up. But my spirit always, most of the times, override me holding my lips, and it blurts it out. So, but I just want people to have proper setups, because the construction of an altar, like I mentioned on the last video, is so important, you guys. And you mess around and you mess around and construct an altar that's calling in something totally different than what you think you have on that altar, all because of what you have on it or don't have on it, or how you have it set up, okay? Because that matters. That matters. So that's why I'm going to come on and talk about deity altars, okay? So let's go. Thank you. Thank you. Spirit of love, spirit of light, spirit of life, the divine. Come in and give me a message for the collective of the beautiful human being race, okay? Show us clearly how we can utilize this new moon energy to call in our highest and greatest vibration. Ashe. 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 Okay. Okay, so we have the 6 of Pentacles. The 6 of Pentacles. Sharing is caring. Reciprocity. Giving and receiving in order to receive, you must be willing to give. Or in order to receive, you also must be willing to allow, okay? So it's a consistent and constant moving of energies going back and forth, giving, receiving, and every once in a while you have to stop and allow things to flow so you can continue to give and receive, okay? Then we have the Nine of Wands, okay? This is an indication that it is time for those of us who know that we've put in a lot of work to stop and look at everything that we've done and everything that we've accomplished, okay? Everything that we've gathered, okay, to become who we are today. You may be feeling a sense of, not fatigue, but a tiring out, okay? Because maybe you feel like, oh, you know, when am I going to finally make it to that place? Like I'm almost there, but it just seems like it's always something that don't let me make it all the way to the point, okay, to that point. So I'm just here to encourage you that sometimes we have to just kind of stop and take a look around, look at what everybody else and not necessarily focusing on what they're doing, but in order to smell your own garden, in order to understand how far you've come, sometimes you do got to look at other people and say, you know what, maybe I'm not doing so bad. Maybe I just need to show a little more gratitude for how far I have come. Some people forget to do that. Some people forget to celebrate their micro wins because they're so busy worried about their macro. Okay, but if you only focus on your macro and you only celebrate your macro, then sometimes the universe can stop or halt your growth until you learn how to appreciate those little bitty wins, okay, those micro wins. And I believe that that could possibly be the energy that's exuding from this card. It's telling you to stop and celebrate and be thankful for the little things in life, okay? Okay. And then we have the Four of Swords, okay? So that right there just goes right along with what I said. Taking a chilly-pilly, chilling out, resting, okay? And in the process, not worrying, not stressing, not having anxiety attacks, not feeding into depression, not feeding into impulsivity, just literally shedding everything that causes you to do all of that stuff that I just named, shedding that stuff out and recentering, repositioning, okay? I feel like for a few of you, with this card coming out beside that Nine of Wands, I feel like that some of you are already drained. Some of you are already tired. Some of you are so close to giving up because you won't take the time out to chill. You won't take the time out to rest. And this is Spirit's way of saying, hey, okay. This card, this Four of Swords card, can also denote illness. And because it is coming out beside the Don't Burn Out card, I call that this, don't burn out, stop and smell the roses, stop and take inventory of everything that you've already done. You might not need to do anything else. You may have already done enough. So just respect and celebrate what you've already done. Well, with that coming out beside this Four of Swords card, I believe somebody has literally worked themselves into an illness. I was going to say worked yourself to death, but if you are watching this video, then clearly you're not dead. And I don't even like to play with that little saying, oh, something to death. I don't like that because, see, death ain't no coming back from that. Okay, so I don't play about that word. But I will say somebody has worked themselves possibly. And this is not for everybody. This is just for a small few of you. Some of you have worked yourselves right on into lethargy, right on into vertigo, right on into depression, right on into anxiety, right on into heart disease, right on into, name it. You can name all these things, okay? Because you kind of missed out on those warning signs that was telling you, slow down, take a chill pill, relax, you're doing too much. Okay, so I'm not going to stay there too much longer. I think I want to leave that right there, but that wasn't for everybody. That wasn't collective. I did just pick up on that being for a small few of you. Okay, so if you haven't gotten to the point where you're literally ill, then I'm saying take the time out right now to check in with yourself and to make sure that all is well, and stop worrying and overworking yourself. 1 foot at a time, 1 foot at a time. Everything that you want wants you, so you don't have to go into overdrive, okay? Just pace yourself, and everything that you are walking toward, guess what? It is walking toward you, and eventually you're going to meet up with what is yours, okay? By divine grace. Ashe. Do want to pull a few more cards. Strength. Okay, strength. That card goes without speaking. We know what that card can indicate. There could be, I'm not a Debbie Downer or a barrier of bad news, but because it came out right after the Four of Swords, there could be something that you end up facing, or you end up having to do, or a message you hear, or something that is going to test your faith, okay? Or something that may, in the very beginning, cause you to lose confidence in your own ability. But the strength card has come out, and it is telling you you are being given strength, okay, for whatever this thing is. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. This could be, oh, you're ready for the next level of your path. So this could be having an opportunity to do something that you never thought you'd have the opportunity to do. And because it comes so suddenly, it might kind of throw you back. And this card could be saying, oh, but I'm giving you strength to move forward under grace and in a perfect way. You got this. You can do this, okay? So place this energy where it belongs in your life. Everybody knows their story. I don't know your story, but you do, okay? So place that where it belongs, okay? Ashe. Could be talking to a Leo with that card, okay? Ashe. Show me more. King of Pentacles. Okay, earth energy, earth sign, possibly Capricorn or Taurus. Different decks. King of Pentacles is represented by different zodiac signs in different decks, okay? So some people say it's Capricorn's energy. Some people say it's Taurus's energy. I try not to, you know, too hard on the zodiac signs when it comes to the court cards, because it really doesn't matter, because the energy could be for anybody. It is for anybody. Now, it's a little more easier to hone in on whose energy you're talking to when you're working with the major, okay? But when it comes to the minors, you know, because we all have all these energies running in and out of us all day long, every day. Just call the one to the front that you need, okay? Because we're multifaceted beings. It's a beautiful thing. Being human is beautiful, especially when you know how to work your suit and work your motherboard, okay? But this King of Pentacles has come out. I love this because it lets me know that you, the Strength card, if you utilize that strength, if you rest like you should, if you go back and you take inventory of all the great and beautiful things that have already taken place in your life, and everything that you've endured, everything that you've encountered, everything that you've survived, everything that you are to become this god or this goddess that you are today, if you take the time to stop and recognize all of that, this King of Pentacles says that you can just kind of lay back and enjoy the ride. You're stable, you're secure. Everything that you need, you got it. You don't have to do anything else. The King of Pentacles says, I have manifested. And as long as I've manifested, okay, then that means it's going to keep coming. It's continuous, it's constant, it never stops, because your energy, your vibration is going to maintain everything that you've already put forward to bring these things into fruition for yourself, okay? I love that for all of us. I'm claiming this reading as well. Anytime I see a beautiful ending like this, I like to say, I want a little bit of that. So everybody can take a little bit from this reading, okay? Because it's a beautiful reading. It's a beautiful reading. It's not a negative reading. Like I said, the warning is stop, smell the roses, stop, pat yourself on the back, stop, say thank you, God, or whoever it is, or whatever it is that you give honor and reverence to, okay? Because we know that changes for everybody. That's different for everybody, and I respect all paths, okay? I do want to pull one of my, where are they? Oracle cards, just to leave us on a beautiful divine note, okay? Beautiful divine note. Oh, here they go. Y'all, I got so many decks, and I just keep adding to it. I think the last time I counted, I had 20. I love Oracle decks and tarot decks. If you happen to watch this and you are a creator of tarot or oracle decks, I would love to support you and use your deck on my channel. So let me know. I will most definitely market your decks on this channel and my Instagram page, okay? So I'm just gonna pull right from the middle and see what we're being told. Creativity. I honor my passions. So this says, change me, divine beloved, into one who honors my deepest creative passions and needs. Help me value the talents you have given, both known and unknown. Oh, that is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. And I liken that to be right in alignment with when I said sometimes we have to stop and smell our own roses and look at everything that we've done and celebrate those micro wins. I feel like that card just coincides beautifully, okay, with that energy. Stop. Take time to love on your creativity, known and unknown. And if you feel like, well, I don't have a gift, I don't have a skill, I don't have a talent, but you do. You're so busy saying what you don't have that you don't set up a beautiful atmosphere to be able to tap into what you do have, okay? Or maybe your imagination isn't cooperating, okay, with your image faculty. You're working against yourself because you say things like, well, I'm not good at anything, or you're the kind of person that copies and mimics people, okay? Because sometimes that halts you tapping into your creativity too. So I just want to leave this reading or this message saying we all have gifts, divine gifts, creativity, divine creativity. Tap into that, okay? Tap into that. You are not down here giftless, okay? So ask, seek, and ye shall find it, okay? And I know that's cliche. I know, everybody knows those saying, ask and ye shall, ask and it shall be given unto you, or seek and ye shall find. But you guys, those are keys. Those are master keys. If you say those things enough, your mind will begin to answer that call, okay? So I thank you so very much if you have stayed the duration of this reading. May you get all that time and energy back. If this is where we part, then you go off and you have a great rest of the day, okay? It's a beautiful day here in my neck of the woods. I hope it's a beautiful day there. If not, make it beautiful, okay? Otherwise, namaste and much love to you. Bye-bye.